Welcome to Tower Simulator 3 by FeelThere. Tower Simulator 3 is the latest installment of the Tower branded games that puts you in the air traffic control tower at some of the world's greatest airports. From your amazing vantage point, you are in charge of controlling the movements, both on the ground and in the air, of the aircraft in your vicinity. The game can be played with voice commands using a microphone or via the UI tag system, where you can click and select commands. There's a great variety of airports, from some of the quietest regional ones to the busiest international airports in the world, so everybody is catered for, whether you want a chilled out stint to watch a couple of aircraft or have a huge challenge coordinating hundreds of movements per hour. You can even play multiplayer online to bring your friends into the tower with you and delegate who controls ground and tower frequencies. Users can change the visual elements of the game using FeelThere's Mayo system, which delves into the Tower Simulator 3 renderer and weather settings. On top of this, you can customize schedules, changing what aircraft use the airports and when, and can even change the way your radar screens and strips look to make things more suitable to your controlling style. My name's Chaz Draycott, a motorsport commentator and YouTuber that's been playing the Tower games for over 7 years now, and FeelThere have entrusted me with showing you some of the game's features as part of this demonstration. A huge cheers to them, and let's push some tin, as they say. Hello everyone, you catch me halfway through a stint here at LAX, which is one of the free airports that comes with Tower Simulator 3. There's a little bit of activity and a few bits going on my left-hand side down here. There's a few aircraft lined up ready to go on one of the runways. There's also approaches and arrivals and all sorts going on the right-hand side here. LAX is a really good airport to sink your teeth into quite early on in the game because there's so much going on around you. We've got quite a lot of departures ready to go out at this present moment. So I'm just going to be controlling a few things here and showing you some of the different commands that you can do. For example, we've got Delta 837 up here. I want them to line up on runway 24 left but not take off yet. So I would say Delta 837, runway 24 left, line up and wait. And then we can just look at them out of the window. There they are. You also have these tags available, so I'll show you what you can do with those. We've got a bunch of aircraft ready to go down here, one of which is Spirit Wings 2445. If I then just pop up above the tower like this, have a look at them, you can see them there ready to go, highlighted in yellow. I'll double click on them, and then you get these options. So if you've not got a microphone like me, then you can obviously use these to choose. So you have runway, and then you pick which runway, which will be 25 right, and then you'll say line up and wait, or cleared for takeoff. There is another command you can add onto the takeoff commands as well. You could say upon or on reaching altitude, which the game lets you choose here. You can then say contact departure. That means that as soon as they get to a height, they go onto departure frequency and you don't need to worry about them anymore. And that's done. We've got SkyWest who wants pushback just down here. They're ready to go from their gate. There's nothing anywhere near them, so we're going to clear them for pushback. SkyWest 3518, pushback approved. Expect runway 25 right. Now at the end of a pushback command you can say expect runway 25 right, or you could just say facing and then whichever direction you want them to face, just to make sure. You don't have to provide them with a runway straight off the bat. Now I'm going to tell Delta 837 to get going now, so American 1674 is going to automatically wait there. Delta 837, runway 24 left, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Now if you say immediate takeoff, they do it straight away. So if you've got an arrival coming in, it's obviously a lot better to do that than have them sort of get onto the runway and then pause.
Delta 837.
Once they're gone, then we'll get 1674 to cross the runway. You can also put runway crossing commands in taxi commands as well. We're going to give a taxi command to JetBlue 1463 down here. We want them to head to, excuse me,
3617 on final 25 left.
We want them to go to Bravo 3 here to join the runway, and we want them on via Bravo because anything that's coming out on Charlie from any of these parts of the terminal could get in their way. So we would say JetBlue 1463, runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Bravo. And there you go. There's their route.
Runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Bravo.
And now we've had Delta take off, so we can get American to obviously cross the runway. American 1674, taxi to ramp via Kilo, cross runway 24 left.
Taxi to ramp,
and they will do just that. So if you include the cross runway command in the taxi command, they will not stop for it, they will just go straight over it. We've got an arrival in on this screen. You can see here SkyWest 3617 is coming in on runway 25 left. That will also be apparent on here on the strips, which, as you can see so far in this stint, I have not touched. The strips are very good though. The strips are automated. You can add notes in here, so like Chaz is rubbish, stuff like that. But we need to clear SkyWest 3617 for runway 25 left. These circles are every 5 miles, so they're 10 miles out at the moment. And there is JetBlue on its way out after we cleared them before. Now this Spirit Wings wants push back, so we'll tell them to face south rather than to expect a certain runway. Spirit Wings 816, pushback approved, facing south. Southwest 2108, pushback approved, facing north. Now you can sort of cheat the system a little bit and give multiple commands without giving the AI chance to read any of them back. We need to get another aircraft out on that left-hand runway though, don't we? We've got a long while before anyone else comes in, so we're going to tell SkyWest 6262, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And they're going to get going from down there. Now you can set custom cameras up on this game too. You can use WASD and shift to move around the airport, and E and F to, E and Q to move up and down. It's been a while since I've actually looked at the commands, but you could set a custom camera here, so when you just press one of the F keys, you go from here and then back to the tower like that. I've got a bunch of cameras set up, one to be just above the tower, things like this to overlook a lot of the terminals as well, which can really help you out. And it's great for plane spotting too. You can obviously look at the aircraft around the airport and just enjoy them for what they are. Hawaiian 3 Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. There goes SkyWest 6262 on their departure. And here is Hawaiian 3 Heavy, just about to push back from the gate as we cleared them a moment ago. You can also turn this 3D UI off. Obviously you can't use the tag system as a result of that, but it gets rid of the arrows and the tags above the aircraft if you want a bit more of a realistic and authentic viewing experience. And if you're like me and you love your plane spotting, it is really good to get some of these lower down cameras in positions where you can just watch the aircraft for a little bit when you've not got so much of a busy stint in the tower. You can also just stay in the tower itself and have a look around, which is a very immersive way of playing the game. It's the most realistic point of view at the end of the day, and it's very, very entertaining to do it from here. And you still get a lot of the ambient sounds of the aircraft and the busyness of the airport around you. You can pick up FeelThere Tower Simulator 3 directly from them. Excuse me. Or you can get it on Steam. There are also the real liveries and aircraft available from one of their sort of partner companies, Neargis Designs, who they've worked with together for many years, and they do a wonderful job on all of these models and variations of aircraft and real-world schedules for you to play with as well. As you can see though, I've got quite a lot to deal with here, so I'm going to go now. You enjoy the rest of the expo, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you on Tower Simulator 3 sometime very soon.